Welcome back, guys. If you caught our last video, CJ showed us how to install the Skytactical modified lifter in the Mossberg 930. And today, he's brought the Skytactical modified shell stop. He's going to tell us a little bit about it.
That's right, Josh. Skytac modified shell stop has been drilled and tapped for an oversized bolt release button. Also, it's been modified to eliminate a lot of common feeding issues that you experience with the Mossberg 930. And today, we're going to be installing it along with a Nordic oversized bolt release. Once again, guys, just double check, make sure that the gun is empty. We're going to start out by removing the barrel clamp. It'll be 2 Allen head screws. The next thing you want to do is pull the end cap off your magazine tube, and be careful because there'll be a little bit of pressure on it with the spring. Pull your magazine spring out. Follower should come out, and unscrew your magazine tube. Once you have it out, your forearm should slide off. Pull your bolt back, your barrel should slide off. Gas piston, your spacer tube, your plunger, spring, and forearm retainer. Next what we're going to do is we're going to pull the bolt out. We want to release the bolt forward. Whenever it comes forward, just pull the pin out, wiggle it a little bit. Sometimes it can be a little tough. Pull it out. Push the bolt release in and it'll slide out the front. Take the trigger assembly out. Just a standard 1/8 inch punch. Pin's loose. The trigger grip comes out. Next, we're going to zoom in a little bit and show you how to pull the forward and rear shell stop out together. Get a little closer look. Okay guys, on removing the forward shell stop, a couple of the tools that I've found to make it easy is I've took a screwdriver and modified it a little bit, put a 90-degree bend in it. It's extremely flat and thin and can fit in that little groove where your cotter key is. Another tool that I've modified to make doing this a whole lot easier is just a pick, and I've bent it at a 90-degree angle. We're going to start out by taking your flat screwdriver and putting it in the slot. With your other thumb, hold it over the slot so that the cotter key don't pop out and you lose it. Take it and just push it back toward the rear of the gun, just like that. And it should slide right out. Next is going to be getting the pin out, and that's where this really comes in handy. I can't show you, but in the top above the bolt release there's a pin, there's a hole where that pin goes all the way through, and you can take your pick and push it down in the top of that hole and push the pin out. Put some pressure down on the shell stop. When you're pushing on it, it'll work the pin loose. Pull the pin out. And the whole assembly is going to come out. Next, there's another pin right there. Put pressure down on it on your forward shell stop and take your pick and push the pin out. Get it started. Sometimes they're a little tough to get out. Just it's all about getting them lined up. And the pin will come out like so. There'll be a spring on the back of the shell stop. Just pull that out. And this gun already had a shell stop in it, so now I'm just going to basically show you how to put it back together. Take your spring, put it in the back of the forward shell stop, and align that hole right there with the hole in your forward shell stop. The spring just sets on the plate. Put pressure down on it. Take your small pin and push it back in there. Line them up. Just like that. Make sure it moves free. Then to install it back in the gun, take your rear spring and put it back over the plate. Just like that. Place it back in the gun. You'll make sure that hole's lined up with your hole for your pin to go into. Simply push your pin back in. And it's the same thing, you're going to have to wiggle it a little bit to get it to line up. Just like that. Putting your pin in, whenever you put it in, make sure you don't go too far. You don't want to end up in this back hole here. You want it to stop in the middle. If you put it in the back hole, I've seen them a lot of time, they'll spin and get hung underneath the lifter. Just make sure you stop when it goes to the middle hole. Just drop it down in there. We're going to push it in from the back to the front. Take your little flathead screwdriver, put it in the slot and push it forward till it clicks in, just like that. And now we can go back to reassembly the shotgun. Alright guys, we're going to start off the reassembly of the shotgun by first putting in our bolt and carrier. When installing this, just slide it straight back in there. Stand it up. When you're putting it in, you want to make sure that the arm goes into the plunger on the back, and push your bolt release in to let it fall all the way in. Once your strut is in the plunger, you can push the bolt back in, put your bolt charging handle in. Next, we're going to install the trigger group. Just go straight in, line up your holes, everything should line up, and knock your two trigger pins in. We'll seat them in place with the punch. They'll click in place. There's a spring in there and a groove on the pins that'll hold them in place. And they should fit flush on both sides. Next, lock your bolt to the rear and install your forearm retainer. The long piece should overhang the receiver just a little bit. Next goes on will be your spring and your plunger. The plunger, of course, your two arms should go up toward the top of the shotgun. Then goes on your spacer, and you want to insert your piston into your barrel. Slide the barrel. Sometimes these can be a little stiff, get them to go on. Sometimes they'll pop right in. Just wiggle them, work them down in there. Just like that. Then we're going to put our forearm back on. And our magazine too. Just hand tight, you don't really got to torque them down. Next we're going to put our barrel clamp back on. You don't really want to over tighten it. You don't want to pinch your magazine tube and cause it to pinch your follower. Go back to the other side, make sure it's tight. That's done. Next we're going to drop our follower in. Put our magazine spring back in. Put our end cap on. Once again, you don't got to over tighten it, just hand tighten it. Last, we're going to install our Nordic oversized bolt release button. We're going to let the bolt go to the front. Nordic, it comes with a screw that's tapped, and the shell stop is tapped to a 632 to install it. You're going to need a Allen wrench and a little bit of Loctite. Snug it down. Let your Loctite set up. And that's it. That's the install of the Skytactical modified shell stop bolt.
Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And be sure to visit skytactical.net to pick up your modified shell stop. Also, be sure to check us out next week as we introduce you to Anderson Manufacturing's brand new 3-gun competition rifle.